everyone. For my sleeveless t-shirt, I've decided that I am going to sew this crochet lace piece that I made earlier onto this area because the neck of this sleeveless t-shirt is a little big for me. So this piece which I made earlier, I made a zigzag I-cord, two I-cords actually. These are zigzag in shape because of which it has this kind of a picot effect. I made the same zigzag I-cord over in the bottom side. Now what my plan is to cover the neck a little bit with these I-cords. So I'm going to put it like this, and this will come in the front side. So for it to sit properly and look more finished, first I'm going to fold this like this, and with a very thin needle I'm going to sew this piece. I'll do the same thing over this side so that it comes in the middle of this shoulder and middle of the shoulder. Once I'm done with sewing this with a very thin needle and a very thin thread, I'm going to fold this a little bit so that it forms a dart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it over here, and I'm going to fold it over here to overlap on this lace, and then I'm going to make a frill over here like this. So this is going to give a nice effect to the garment. This is a contrasting color and I hope it's gonna look good. I'm still left with the sleeves. So once I'm done with the sleeves, I'll come back to you with the whole garment. But for this video, I'm going to complete this neck piece, and I'll show it to you the final finished product. I'm done with sewing the crochet work. I have folded it twice, once and twice, and then I sewed it. So both the ends are done. I used this kind of a needle and a very thin thread to do the sewing. Before I start working on my folds, I am stitching this crochet work onto my garment so that I don't have to worry about too many things while making the fold. When I stitched this crochet to the t-shirt, my thread work was appearing in front of the t-shirt. So on the garment you can see this thread work, but when I'm doing the folding, I'm doing it in a way that you cannot see any thread work. So the thread is coming out of the garment, then I'll go into the crochet work, and from behind I'll again come out onto the garment. So the stitch is very small and it goes right inside and cannot be seen. Now that this neckline pattern is all done and finished well, I want to also have this zigzag pattern on the neckline. So I'm going to first make loops starting from here. I'll go all the way and end till here. I'll make loops using this kind of a needle, and I'm using the yarn that I'm going to use to make the zigzag I-cord here. This is the front side of my neck. I'll go to the back side, and a little before the place where I need to have my loops starting, I'll go inside this. I'm not going, this needle you cannot see the thread, and the needle you cannot see from either the front or the back side. Now I'll hold this thread and I'll go close to it. Again, I'll hold the yarn with my thumb finger over the side, and I'll make another stitch exactly at the same distance here, so that I get equal kind of loops every time. So this stitch I will use for making the chain. I'll show you one more time. So this thread work you can see only at the back side, but for the front side you can just see the loops, but you won't see any thread work here. So I'm going to complete making the loops, and after making the loops I'll make this zigzag stitch. This is how I'm making the I-cord, the zigzag I-cord. You need to start with a chain of 3. In the second chain, do a single crochet. In the third chain, do 3 single crochets. But if you can do that if you are doing an I-cord, but here I am actually not making an I-cord, since I am attaching it to a chain that I already have. So I'm not going to finish the third single crochet. I'm going to reach to the peak of this stitch. I'm going to pull and pull through. Turn your work, do a chain of 1, and then in the first stitch do a single crochet. In the second stitch do 3 single crochets. Chain 1 and then turn your work again. Now do the same thing.